Hello! This is pretty much just a video to show how I knit and tension my yarn. First things first, because people always ask this kind of thing, these are a toe-up version of the Spey Valley socks by Nancy Bush, and I am using Knit Picks Stroll Tweed in Indigo Heather. Okay, I tension my yarn a little weird. I take it and I wrap it all the way around my hand, and then wrap my fingers around the bottom. And I don't really fully drop it when I knit, but I never really fully keep it tensioned all the time. So what I do is pick it up, kind of catch it with my middle. Sometimes I'll do my pointer, catch it with my middle finger or my pointer, give it a little tug, and knit. You can see there, kind of little tug. And it keeps my tension pretty even. And I can go pretty quickly like this. It's a little difficult to do it with the camera in my way here, but I can knit pretty fast. And eventually sometimes it'll get too tight or it'll end up too loose, and then I just drop it, redistribute my stitches as I need to, and wrap it around again. And that's pretty much how I go. Sometimes I will knit with my left hand, and to do that, what I end up doing is bringing the yarn to the other side, and I tension it differently with my left hand. I wrap it around my hand again, but then I wrap it around my pointer finger, and that keeps my tension like that. It's also kind of the way I crochet, and then just go, and if I need to tighten it up, I just give it a tug with my finger. And as you notice, my finger gets close, but then I just stretch, and there we go again. And I knit until my finger gets too close to the needles again. And then I stretch it out, and I'm good to go. And that's pretty much how I tension my yarn when I knit. It's a little weird, I know, compared to what other people do, but it works for me. I'm pretty much self-taught when it comes to knitting, so it works for me, and it's pretty quick, and like I said, I can knit pretty quickly this way, and I like it. In just a second here, and I get to the other side of my heel, I will show you how I purl.
Hello.
Alrighty. Spin it around, spin it around. Okay. Now purling's pretty much the same thing for me. It's wrapped around my hand and caught, except for that I'm wrapping around the front instead. And sometimes I will use my pointer, and sometimes I will use my middle finger. I alternate between. Sometimes my pointer, if I've been knitting for too long, my pointer will get a little sore from all the tension being pulled on it. Then I'll switch. And to purl with my left hand, I do this wonderful thing called the Norwegian purl, which is like the coolest thing ever. And it was like really cool when I learned how to do it. Well, you leave the yarn in the back, and you put your needle behind the yarn into your stitches if you're going to purl, then swing your needle up, grab your yarn, come back down, and pull it through. And it works perfectly. It's just as if you had done it like this, but without all the weird contortions. And it's much easier for me. I don't purl a lot with my left hand, pretty much only when I'm doing color work and corrugated ribbing. So I don't have a lot of practice at this, so I'm not quite as fast as the other methods. But this is how I purl with my left hand. Oh, getting close. There we go. And that is how I knit and tension my yarn. Thank you. Bye-bye.